My name is Amanda from the ICE, and welcome to the GRM Challenge of 2026 Staff Advisor Meeting. Really thank you all for being here and taking the time out of your various times in the day to attend this meeting, and also for volunteering as a staff advisor this year on the challenge. Very much appreciate it. What's quite exciting is we have several people who were staff advisors last year in our GRM challenge. So welcome back again. You'll be obviously pros at this. We also have someone who has taken the challenge previously as postgrad students. So that's also exciting, as now a staff advisor. So welcome everyone. Now, if you have any questions along the way, if I could just say, please feel free obviously to send them through via chat. And I'll just wait till the end though, and we can answer some questions at the end if that sounds okay for you all. It is the 6th year of the challenge. So we've been running for a little bit now. As you probably already know, this is actually run in association with Russell Partnership Technology. We have Ms. Heidi Anaya here from Russell Partnership Technology today. Heidi's going to be able to talk to you about a few of the technical sides of things, also answer any of your questions. We also run the challenge in association with CoStar Group Academic Engagement. As you probably already know, the purpose of the challenge is to unite students across the ICE network into inter-institutional teams to develop and test their hospitality and tourism revenue management skills. We have 13 teams from across the ICE this year, which is really terrific. And so down to the nitty-gritty, when will it run? I know you will have received this information already, but I will go through these in case you haven't seen this. So this year, the challenge will run for 4 weeks, going to be starting on Sunday, the 1st of March. It starts at 12:01 a.m. GMT, so Greenwich Mean Time. Closes on Wednesday, 1st of April at 11:59 p.m. GMT. I'm going to emphasize the GMT because I know you're all in very different time zones. So it's very good to be aware of that. All your students will be in very different time zones as well to yourself, or at least some of them will be. So if you could be mindful of that in terms of when you're actually doing particularly if you're doing your final attempt, so that is definitely in advance. Also, just in terms of if you're asking questions at all, so if you're sending any questions through to ourselves at the ICE or to Heidi, and we'll go into that a little bit more later, just be conscious that, for instance, we're based in Australia in the ICE, Heidi is based in the USA. So you may just have a little bit of a gap in terms of receiving responses from us only due to the time zone. But other than that, we will get back to you very quickly. So your role as a staff advisor, and I know you've probably read all this, but your role is to actually provide support and guidance to your team, just where it's required. We do ask that you don't complete the challenge yourself, because the actual aim is that students are required to work together and try and figure out the best methods themselves within the simulation. So you would have received an email from us already with your team allocations. If you haven't seen that, if you could please check your email. Also, just always be mindful if you could double check your junk email, your junk folder, in case anything has mistakenly gone through to there, or if your portal has set that up where it's reading it as junk. So the email that we sent through with the contact details of the team members, that including all the students' details plus your contact details. So they'll be able to connect with you as a staff advisor. We don't actually, as the ICE, organise the very first meeting for each team. We want the students to actually understand that the staff advisor is the key contact, and that's who they will contact throughout the challenge. So we would encourage you to reach out to them first of all, if you haven't already, that is, to set up your preferred communication method with your team. And that could be that you set up a WhatsApp group or SharePoint. That would be a really excellent way for you to be able to contact your team, share any files that are needed, be able to chat through when you have meetings. So if you need any more information about that, please do let us know. But that's what we encourage you to do, to reach out your team and organise that. So I've mentioned Russell Partnership Technology. So the GRM challenges run through the global revenue simulation that Russell Partnership Technology hosts. And Miss Heidi and I, who I've already said to you, who's here today, she's going to talk to a few things about this. Heidi and I will both be able to support your students throughout the challenge, but Heidi will definitely be your key support for any technical issues. You would have already received an email from Heidi just in this last week, which had your logins for the challenge. So you would have seen that if you've been on the challenge before, there's slight difference this year. This year, we've included a practice round, which is actually really exciting. And Heidi's going to talk about that in just a minute. So you would have seen in the email that Heidi has included a unique access code for your team for the challenge. And there's also a login for the practice round and a login for the live round. So Heidi, would you like me to hand that over to you now to chat a little bit about that?
That would be great. Thank you so much, Amanda. And good morning, I think, to everyone that's on the line. It's good evening here, Sunday evening in the southwestern part of the United States. So please don't tell me what happens on Monday morning. I want it to be a surprise. But it's very nice to meet the two of you, and certainly Antoine. You and I have had many correspondences over the years. So Russell Partnership Technology is delighted once again to partner with the ICE in bringing this exciting competition through to all of your students. And we're very excited about what a couple of key changes that we've made this year. So just doubling back to something that Amanda said, you should have all received an email from me. And I actually attached that email. I replied to the email Amanda had sent. So if you can't find Amanda's initial email, if you have mine, Amanda's email's right below that. So you can't really have one, hopefully, without the other. But if for any reason you haven't heard from me, then certainly please reach out. So this year, we're doing things just a tiny bit differently, just in terms of the structure. As Amanda mentioned, we thought it might be helpful to do a very short practice round. And the rationale behind that is just to give the teams an opportunity to explore a little bit in the simulation, maybe try a couple of things, hit a few buttons, maybe make a few mistakes, all before it actually counts. And so, as you will see in the email that I sent to all of you, there are two very unique URLs. And one is specifically for the practice round, and the word practice is actually in the URL. And then the other one will be for the live round. And I've also included the dates and times. So the practice round is going to run for approximately 72 hours. It's going to open on Tuesday, basically at midnight GMT. So, by late morning for the majority of you. And it will run all the way through to Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. GMT. So basically Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, if we're looking at it from a GMT perspective. So as Amanda mentioned, it's really, really important to make sure that you're very comfortable with the time difference from where you are to GMT, just to make sure that you know exactly when all the deadlines will be. Then we're going to have a little bit of gap of time. So from the time that the practice round closes, there'll be a couple of days where we're going to be doing a few things behind the scenes at Russell Partnership Technology. And then the live round will open once again at midnight GMT, but that will be on March the 1st, which is Sunday. And then it will remain open all the way through to 11:59 p.m. GMT on April the 1st. So it's very important that you use the proper URL when you are logging in order to play in the practice round and then to compete in the live round. I'll tell you right now, if you try to use the wrong URL, it won't let you in. You'll get an error message. So that's your first step, to go back and take a look and make sure that you're using the proper URL. But I do encourage you to take advantage of the practice round. It's designed to be an opportunity, just again, to be able to get familiar with the platform prior to it counting. The other thing is that we've set the structure the same way from both the practice round and the live round. And that is that each team's going to have 3 attempts to be able to get the best possible results. And the way the system works is that for those of you that participated last year, there's no longer going to be a restart button, meaning that you have to complete an entire attempt before you're able to then go in and complete another attempt. And it's going to show you right on the screen how many attempts you have remaining. So really important that you work on the attempts as a team. And the idea is go through the first attempt as maybe a little bit of a getting your feet wet and trying to get great results. And then it's building on those over the next 2 attempts. You will be able to see where you appear on the leaderboard. But at the very end, it's possible that you will not be able to see the leaderboard after your 3rd attempt. So I always suggest to people to take a screenshot of where they are at the very end of the competition. And you'll see on that screen, for those of you that have been in the competition before, you may know what I'm talking about. For those that don't, you will have a screen that you'll see that'll have all 3 of your results, and also you'll be able to see the overall leaderboard and where you stand. So great idea to have a screenshot of that just as a reference point in the event that you can't log in again, to be able to just look at the leaderboard. You should be able to, but just in case, it's just a great backup. As Amanda mentioned, I'm going to try to be as available as I possibly can for all of you during this competition. I'm quite used to working with clients around the world, so I try very hard to be as available as I can be, but there will undoubtedly be a bit of a delay just because I do have to sleep from time to time. So if you send a message through to our support email, which was included in the email that I sent to all of you, I do have a colleague who's based in the UK, and he knows that in the hours when I am not in front of my computer, he's going to try to keep an eye on email. I can't guarantee it because he's also traveling and doing a number of other things. The bottom line being, we're going to do our very best to get back to you as quickly as possible. But please understand there may be a little bit of a delay. I think beyond that, that is kind of the extent of the things that I thought were very important to share that might be a little bit different from last year. But certainly, Amanda, I don't know if there's anything that I've missed, but I'm happy to add in something if I have.
Heidi, that's fantastic what you've said. You've covered, I think, all the main differences that are part of the challenge this year, which should be very exciting. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Absolutely. And happy to answer questions when the time comes, if there are any. So thank you all very much.
Thanks so much, Heidi. Everyone, as Heidi did already mention, that practice round is from the 24th to the 26th. Over those 3 days, we very much encourage you to have your teams do that practice round. It will make a big difference. The fact that they've actually tested the environment thoroughly already. So we'll really be interested in your feedback actually at the end of the challenge too, to see how you've found that this year, particularly people who have been part of it last year and didn't have that, and what the differences are that you've found, because I'm sure you'll find there's some differences. That'll be very, very good to hear. So as Heidi actually already just mentioned, we do encourage you to very strongly encourage you to complete your final attempt of the live round, your final attempt at least 48 hours prior to the actual end date on the 1st of April. The reason for that is in case there are any technical issues that may crop up. Shouldn't be, but in case there are, then that gives that little bit of leeway so that that can be fixed if anything is happening there, and it's not on the actual deadline. We want to be able to assist you with anything so that you fall within the time of the final end date. So Heidi's already mentioned about her contact, which is fabulous, and I want to mention too about contact with your students. So I've already talked about the email, which has all the details of your students. But if, for instance, you're not able to get in touch with any of your students, please do contact us at the ICE. If that happens, we will try and reach out to them directly. But also, as I've said before, please do double check your junk email. Some of the students have numbers in their email addresses. sometimes your email portal can actually trigger that to go into the junk email. So if you could please have a watch on that as well, that would be great. Otherwise, please do contact us at any time that you wish. So we're on to the exciting part is the challenge itself. The other exciting part is the announcement of the winners and the prizes. So once the challenge is complete, we announce the winners. That will be in April. Obviously, Russell Partnership Technology will be able to access the leaderboards and the results, so they will advise us who the winners are. We will then directly organise the actual prize giving. So you will no doubt know this from all the material that you may have read, and it's also on our website, but participating students on the 3 highest placed teams receive prizes. And we have some really amazing prizes. So you've probably read this, but for 3rd place, all students who come in on the 3rd place team will receive a free registration for the Hospitality Business Acumen, the HBA certificate program. That's offered by Russell Partnership Technology. Those in 2nd place, on the 2nd place team, they will each receive a free registration for either the CHIA, or if they've already done the CHIA, the Certification in Advanced Hospitality and Tourism Industry Analytics, or the CATA. So that's also a really wonderful prize. And then our first grand prize is those 2 things that I have already mentioned, with the free registration of those 2 areas, plus a $1,000 bursary towards study offered by any member of the ICE. So that is each person on that winning team. Fabulous prizes, but not just for students. So we do have a staff advisor prize. So all staff advisors that are participating in the challenge, they'll go into a draw to win the free registration for the HBA certificate program offered by Russell Partnership Technology. We'll be randomly selecting the winners of that, and 2 staff advisors will actually win that prize, regardless of where your team is placed in the challenge. So you won't need to be part of the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place team to actually be in the draw for that prize. I think they're all the main areas that we wanted to run through with you today. But if you have any questions or concerns, we would be very happy for you to ask us those or introduce those now, and we will help you. So has anybody got anything they would like to ask? No, not seeing any hands up or anything in chat at the moment. That's great. I think that means we've hopefully covered things quite thoroughly for you, and that's really good. As I've said before, you will find a lot of the information that you need in the emails, and please don't forget the FAQs that we've sent through, the staff advisor FAQs. If for any reason you didn't get the staff advisor FAQs, please do email us at the ICE, and we will send that straight through to you. So if there's nothing further, I'm just double checking I haven't missed any raised hands. No, that's great. Heidi's oh yes, sorry.
Sorry, I have a question. My apologies. So I am from USP, and we also had another staff who was also selected to be a staff advisor. I was just wanting to ask if there's a limit on number of staff that can come from a university to be advisors. Is it 1, or can it be more than 1?
Thanks, Eleanor. It can definitely be more than 1 if you need
Okay.
to, if you would like to add another staff advisor.
Okay.
Yes.
Would he have to email you guys directly to register? Okay.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
All right, I'll do that. I'll pass on the message. Thank you very much, Amanda.
Thank you very
No,
much. Much
thank you.
appreciated. That's great. I think everyone else has no other questions or concerns at the moment. Okay, everyone. Look, thank you so much again for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time. I hope you have a very exciting challenge. It should be a very good year. It's always a good year, but I think this year's going to be even better. So please, as I said, feel free to get in touch with us at any time if you need any kind of assistance or you have any questions, need some help. And also for technical side for Heidi. So I thank you again, and we will speak to you all very, very soon.
Thank you
Good luck.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.